Comrades, first, it's good to be speaking after Bill describing how the Venceremos Brigade, with about 100 people coming back from Cuba, organized a collective act of resistance. Nobody leaves until everybody comes through. So they could stop 20 people, everybody waits, including those outside who come to greet them and those coming through. And it shows a kind of collective solidarity and standing up to repression that is essential in this period. Now, US government is more afraid of the movement and of the resistance than they have ever been. And we should really be acutely aware of that they are facing a disastrous situation in West Asia, where they have lost every functioning base in the whole entire Gulf region. That means a huge both jet and naval bases and all of that is no longer functioning. So what's their response to this? And they see a global resistance all over the world. They want to say that everyone here who is in solidarity with resistance in Cuba, Venezuela, in Iran, whether it's China or Yemen or Lebanon, and especially always Palestine, is somehow a terrorist network that they claim they're going to smash. Now, a little bit, it's like Trump saying every day how he's going to, absolutely destroy Iran, and then you find out the opposite is really happening. So there's a lot of talk, but we need to be aware of what's happening, because the House Ways and Means Committee issued some subpoenas to several organizations, including Breakthrough News, the People's Forum, Tricontinental Institute for Social Research, demanding that they turn over all communication, all membership lists, all financing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And these organizations, of course, refuse. And that is right, it's correct. And we support it 100%. That everyone under attack, individuals or organizations, if they're targeted by the police state, we defend them, every organization. Any political differences within the movement are minor and irrelevant in the face of repression. Now, at the same time, though, a lot of these things are coordinated attacks. So there was the House Ways and Means Committee with their subpoenas, and then just the day after, on July 20th, the State Department issued a 100-page report calling Cuba the capital of 21st century communism, the center of global terrorism, et cetera, et cetera. And all of that was really an attempt to stop this huge wave of people who were going to Cuba to celebrate the Fidel centennial. Now, at the same time, the State Department, they issued a list of 43 different organizations. And now that included everyone from the mayors of New York City and LA to the Amazon labor unions, to the National Lawyers Guild, the Venceremos Brigade, many organizations that we participate in, are members of, and have helped. National Network on Cuba, the entire Black Lives Matter movement, Code Pink, I could go on and on, DSA, so on. This is all supposedly what they define as a terrorist network. Now, this is just how wild, far-reaching, and utterly ridiculous and impossible for them to in any way back up. I mean, they're really saying now half of Congress, anyone they want to oppose, is part of some network. At the very same time, President Trump and Secretary of State Rubio convened what was called an international ministerial meeting on the resurgence of political terrorism, and they pulled in 66 countries to take part, saying that they were going to fight counterterrorism on a global scale, all carried out by the left, by revolutionary movements and by resistance organizations. Again, utterly preposterous. Anyone who's done an interview, attended a demonstration anywhere in the world now, supposedly as part of this fantastic terrorist network. So what does this show? It shows fear on their part, and they're trying to strategize what they can do to create fear here in the movement. And by refusing to respond to that, we play an important role. I mean, everyone in the movement who's standing up for this, the hundreds and hundreds of people, not only of the Venceremos Brigade, but all the other delegations from the US and around the world who went to Cuba, despite this, because these reports were coming out just days before people were due to board the planes. It showed they weren't backing down. But preparing for it is important, and knowing how to prepare. There also have been a number of FBI visits, particularly to new activists and young activists. And here again, it's important to respond in only one way, and we're going to do special classes on this, but to really say, I'll put you in touch with a lawyer. I have nothing to say. There's absolutely no reason to ever speak to the FBI about anything. And by the way, it's also true if you're coming back from a visit to any country in the world and you're pulled aside. You have to give your name and what country you're coming from. Nothing else. Nothing else. And it's the same thing if the FBI comes to anyone's home or job or family. You simply say, I'll have a lawyer be in touch with you. Period. Period. And we will arrange for that. So knowing that and knowing the period that we're in, and their inability to back up what they're doing. And they're meeting more and more resistance, because while they can say, and they can charge the entire movement, they have this big problem, and that is overwhelmingly, people are against the war in Iran for sure, and are for Palestine, and deeply also for Cuba. Cuba provides more health providers than the World Health Organization around the world. And that's deeply appreciated and understood. So the power of collective response and unified opposition in the face of all different attacks, this has historically been true. And we take the same approach today. We don't cooperate with the government. We don't respond. We don't talk to them. Absolutely not. And at the same time, we know we have legal rights, and anyone who's stopped or visited or held up when they're coming back from a visit or just a knock on the door at their job, there's only one response, and that is to notify us and we'll put you in touch immediately with the lawyer. So let's keep it going forward. This was true throughout the witch hunt in the US. This is not the 1950s, at a time when US imperialism was the strongest force in the entire world, a military that couldn't be opposed. And today, in every way, in every country, they are facing real defeats and setbacks. And we want to keep very much tuned into that. But also to always know that the oldest slogan of the workers' movement is an injury to one is an injury to all. So anyone who's under attack, we're there for them. We're supporting them, and we're defending each other at the same time. Thank you.